was part of the scouting team that actually discovered Christian Atsu from Feyenoord. It actually depends on where you're coming from. But myself, 2007, I got a job with FIFA-accredited agency Ramp Management, which was based in Canada, to be the chief scout in Ghana. So myself, Ramp Management project head Graham Hedon, and then the then sporting director of Sporting Lisbon, Paulo Cardoso, and then our Nigerian counterpart Chinedu. The four of us were the team that actually saw Christian playing for Feyenoord against my select side. So basically, when I got the job in 2007, in 2008, January, Ramp Management actually told me that they were coming to Ghana to what they can 2008, and then they were coming with Paulo Cardoso, and they wanted me to put some players together for Paulo Cardoso to watch. They wanted me to do a good job because Paulo is on record that he discovered Cristiano Ronaldo at the age of 13. So coming with high-profile scout of such, they wanted me to do a very good job. So I took key interest in the Milo games that year, scouting in Koforidua and in Sunyani. I put together 17 young players, and then I called my friend, the late Coach Samade, who was the technical director of Feyenoord that time, that I have some visitors coming from Portugal and Canada, and I wanted to arrange a friendly game with Feyenoord for them to come and assess my team. So Coach Ade also gave me the permission to bring my team to play against Feyenoord. So whilst we were playing in Fete, Christian was playing on the right flank for Feyenoord, and when I saw Christian running with the ball, I told Paulo, he said, let's wait a while. After 25 minutes, we all, the four of us, came to agreement that we've seen a special talent in Christian. He was so fast, explosive, small though, but he had a lot of abilities in terms of beating players. And then I remember I had a boy playing the left back, and then the boy was a superb player, but Christian make him look very small, and that was enough to convince us that he was a special young talent.
So on that day, it was only Christian that you selected? So
Paulo Cardoso actually selected 3 players from my scouting team, Alasa Wakasu, Evans Ofosuentri, who went on to play the National Under 17 that year. Aaron Amoa, we scouted him. He was a player of Mighty Jet. So these 3 players, Paulo Cardoso chose from my select side and chose only Christian Atsu from Feyenoord. So these 4 players, Sporting Lisbon actually sent invitation for these 4 players to come to Sporting Lisbon for trials.
So after you found Christian Atsu, what next? What happened?
Well, when the invitation came, I went to the Academy of Feyenoord, and then I presented the invitation to them. They actually told me that they were not going to allow Christian to honor the invitation because they had a school system that he not completed yet. You have to complete the school system. So I left, and then after a week, I remember Christian senior brother Isaac came to see me at my residence, and then he said Christian told him that there was somebody who works in Feyenoord who told him that I came over with an invitation from Sporting Lisbon, and then Feyenoord are actually saying they will not let him honor the invitation. He wanted to find out from me if that was true, and I said yes, and he said okay. They want to honor the invitation. I said, there is nothing I can do because he's a player of Feyenoord. And then I remember him coming back saying to me that Christian said he had faith in me. he believed that I'm the only person who can help him, but I don't want to help him. So his brother should push me to actually help him. So I remember going back to find out, asking that they grant him the permission to go. They said no. So it was back and forth for 1.5 years. And I remember in 2009, September, that was when I had a call from the late Coach Ade that I should come over for us to do a negotiation for the release of Christian. I do remember they saying that Christian contract was left with 3 months, so I think that was why they wanted to release him finally. And then we did a negotiation, and then final. So initially they wanted us to pay 25,000 Ghana cedis for him, but after a year and a half, we finally paid 3,000 Ghana cedis for Christian, and then they released the boy to us. So when we got him...
Let me take you back a little bit. Sorry. I just want to know, when they were proving difficult, did you feel like giving up on him and going to scout for other people?
We kept scouting, but we knew we have a special talent. And then the boy and then the brother Isaac kept pushing me to fight and get his right. I remember we even went to the GFA status committee and the whole lot. Yes. So finally in September 2009, final court did a negotiation, and then they released the boy to us, and the boy became a Cheetah FC player. Yeah.
Now, talking about that, you also managed to get him into the Black Stars. You have other players in the Black Stars as well. How difficult is it to get your players to play for the national team?
Well, I didn't get Christian to play in the Black Stars. My role was to ensure that, so immediately that we got Christian, I informed my project manager, Graham, of Ramp Management, and then Graham was based in Portugal then, and then he informed FC Porto about the talent that we've got, and then FC Porto decided to send an invitation for Christian. I remember we had to fight going through visas, passport visas, and then finally in January, we secured a visa from the Spanish embassy for him to go to Portugal for the trials. And when he went to the trials, he succeeded in the trials after a week. I remember he left on the 20th of January 2010. And then after 5 days, Porto expressed interest in signing him. He told me later that there were 6 coaches, and it seems only one had believed that they should sign him. The 5 were like, no, he's small, he's what? And they decided to sign him on loan, 6-month loan. So they took him 6-month loan. He was playing for Porto, and that is where, when I got some of the videos, I was showing some of the videos to some officials in the FA that I have this talent, he's special. Till it seems finally somebody got the video and showed the video to Coach Kusiapia, and then he invited him to the Black Star. So I didn't get him into the Black Star, but Coach Kusiapia invited him.
Yeah. Because of the videos that you showed?
Partly.
Partly.
Yeah.
But